This is the lecture 14. In previous lecture, we had discussed about torque produced in loop. We had taken rectangular loop in that lecture. That will be applicable for circular loop also. That was torque is equal to BINA sin theta. In this lecture, we will see that any current loop behaves like a dipole, magnetic dipole. So now see, current loop behaves as magnetic dipole. Current loop behaves as magnetic dipole. We had seen in previous lecture that if there is a current loop through which current is flowing, this is a loop through which current is flowing, and we had taken x distance whose radius is r. Here we calculated the magnetic field. Magnetic field at point P was 2 pi k I r square divided by r square plus x square to the power 3 by 2. We had done. We calculated magnetic field on the axis of the dipole, on the axis of the current loop, not dipole, on the axis of the current loop at a distance x. We had calculated 2 pi k I r square divided by r square plus x square to the power 3 by 2. Here, this distance is very large and this radius is very small. Then, if r is very less than x, then r square will be again very less than x square. Hence, r square can be neglected. So, r square can be neglected. When r square will be neglected, then expression will be magnetic field at point P is equal to 2 pi k I r square divided by x square means x cube. This 2 will be cancelled, it is removed, then this will be x cube. Now this can be written as 2 k I pi r square divided by x cube. In place of k, you are knowing k equal to mu naught by 4 pi. In place of k is equal to mu naught by 4 pi. Then this can be written as 2 mu naught by 4 pi I, and pi r square equal to area I a divided by x cube. Hence, it is clear that this IA we have calculated in previous lecture. This IA, which is the product of current and area, that is equal to magnetic moment. Hence, this magnetic field dP is equal to 2 mu naught by 4 pi into 2 Ia equal to magnetic moment divided by x cube. Now it is clear that this is the m magnetic moment of this current loop, where m is equal to magnetic moment of loop, magnetic moment of loop. When it is magnetic moment, it means it is behaving like a magnet. So this is called magnetic dipole. Because when we had done in electrostat, there was a electric dipole. Then on its axis, we have calculated electric field, that is equal to 2 kp by x cube. There was 2 kp by x cube. In place of k, there was 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught in place of k. Here is 2, here is also 2. Here is m, here is p. This is electric dipole, this is magnetic dipole. And this is x cube, that was the distance. So here it is clear that this electric dipole on the axis of electric dipole we have calculated electric field. On the axis of this current loop we have calculated magnetic field. It is a dipole. This is called electric dipole, so it is called magnetic dipole. So any loop behaves like a magnetic dipole. Other example we can take here. Suppose that there is a atom in which electron is moving. Example, atom behaves as magnetic dipole. Suppose that this is the atom. In the atom, electron always moves anti-clockwise with velocity v. Suppose electron moves in anti-clockwise with velocity v. Its radius is r. When electron moves along this direction, means anti-clockwise, then certainly current will flow clockwise. When current is flowing clockwise, means since current is flowing clockwise, so it behaves like a current loop, so it will have certainly magnetic moment, because it is behaving like a magnetic dipole. So orbital magnetic moment of atom suppose that this is mu, then NAI N means loop is 1, so this is 1. A, that is area, pi r square. Current current equal to Q by T, then mu equal to pi r square, Q equal to Ne divided by T. T means time equal to distance by speed. Distance is 2 pi r, speed is v. N equal to 1 because one electron is moving, so this will be equal to pi r square E v divided by 2 pi r. Then r will be cancelled, pi will be cancelled. Then this will be equal to EVR by 2. So orbital magnetic moment. Actually, it is a magnetic moment. It is said it is moving in the orbit. That's why it is called orbital magnetic moment. Orbital magnetic moment will be equal to EVR divided by 2. Of course, this electron is moving along this direction, so certainly it will have angular momentum. That is, this is the first equation. Angular momentum is equal to L. L is equal to I omega. We have done in class 11. I stands for moment of inertia and omega is equal to angular velocity. Now I equal to mr square. Omega equal to v by r. So r will be cancelled. This will be equal to mvr. Means L is equal to mvr. In place of Vr, we can write L by m, Vr. Putting the value of Vr in equation 1, so from 1, we can write mu is equal to E by 2, Vr is equal to L by m. So we can write here mu by L is equal to E by 2m. Means the ratio of orbital magnetic moment and angular momentum, that is a fixed quantity. We can put here the value of E 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb divided by 2, mass of electron 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. Its value will come 9.9 into 10 to the power 10 coulomb per kg. It is a constant quantity. Means the ratio of orbital magnetic moment and angular momentum of electron in an orbit is a constant quantity, and this constant is called gyromagnetic constant. So mu by L is equal to E by 2m. It is called gyromagnetic constant. Now, from Bohr's quantization, we can write here mu equal to E by 2m into L. In place of L, we can write here NH by 2 pi, L angular momentum nh by 2 pi. Then this can be written as NEH divided by 4 pi m. This is the mu. And in Bohr's theory, if we take n equal to 1, that is called first principal quantum number, n equal to principal quantum number, and when we take n equal to 1 for first orbit, then 1 into E into h divided by 4 pi m. Again it is coming constant. Again it is coming constant. E 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. H Planck's constant, 4 pi constant, and m mass of electron. It is a constant quantity. Constant, and its value is 9.2 into 10 to the power minus 24 ampere meter square. When we put the value of EH 4 pi m, then we get this value. This is also a constant, so it is also called Bohr's magneton. Bohr's magneton. So we have seen very important term, gyromagnetic constant and Bohr's magneton. These two constant is generally asked in the board examination, in CBSE examination. What is Bohr's magneton? What is gyromagnetic constant? These are asked, and so separately you have to discuss what is Bohr's magneton, what is gyromagnetic constant. But concept was any electron when moves in an orbit, it behaves like a magnetic dipole. Got it? Now see one question on the topic, on this topic. Problem: this is the ring. This is the ring. This is the ring. On the ring, positive charge is distributed, uniformly distributed. Positive charge is uniformly distributed. Its radius is r, and it is moving with angular velocity omega. It is moving with angular velocity omega. Find gyromagnetic constant. Gyromagnetic constant of ring. Find gyromagnetic constant of ring. Once more, this is a ring. Positive charge is distributed on the ring uniformly. Radius of the ring is r. Charge is q, and it is rotated with angular velocity omega. You have to find gyromagnetic constant. You are knowing gyromagnetic constant is the ratio of mu and L. It is the ratio of mu and L. So first of all, find mu, then L, and you have to take the ratio. So calculation of mu, mu means orbital magnetic moment. It is a ring. This ring is rotating, means positive charge is rotating. When positive charge it is rotating, means it is rotating anti-clockwise. See, angular velocity. It is rotating anti-clockwise. When it is rotating anti-clockwise, means positive charge is rotating anti-clockwise. Then electron will rotate clockwise. electron will rotate clockwise, then current will rotate anti-clockwise. Both are opposite to each other. Once more, this ring is rotating. This ring is rotating anti-clockwise. See here, this ring is rotating anti-clockwise. Means positive charge is rotating anti-clockwise. So negative charge will rotate clockwise. So current will rotate anti-clockwise. So here current is rotating anti-clockwise. Current. Its radius is r. Mu is equal to Ia. I current is equal to Q by T. Q by T, area pi r square. Mu, this is the Q amount of charge. T, time period. Omega is given. So we are knowing omega equal to 2 pi by T. So T will be equal to 2 pi by omega into pi r square. So mu is equal to Q omega, pi will be cancelled, Q omega r square divided by 2. This is the orbital magnetic moment. Then L, again L is equal to angular momentum. L is equal to I omega. I stands for moment of inertia. Moment of inertia of the ring along the axis, mr square, from class 11, into omega, mr square omega. Then we take the mu again, take mu by L, that is equal to Q omega r square divided by 2 divided by mr square omega. R square will be cancelled, omega will be cancelled. So this will be equal to Q by 2. Where M is the mass of ring, that is given, mass of the ring. I think clear. So this type of question may be asked on this topic. So please go through the concept. Basically gyromagnetic constant, Bohr's magneton, how you find the Bohr's magneton, how you find the gyromagnetic constant, and then discuss some problems on this topic. Thank you.